What's up, big baller shot callers? Big Ken here. Welcome from the Grid to the Rim Sports Talk Show. Joe, my co-host Monty Brown. What's up, brother? It's been a while since we've done this show, like a month, maybe 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah. It's been a minute, man. So a lot of news going on. College pro got playoff controversies going on. Notre Dame making noise because they didn't make it. That should
Yeah,
be interesting. Uh,
yeah, we cover that too. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, a lot to talk about. Now, it's good subjects today.
Very good subjects. Yes, just like Monty said, we have a very entertaining show. Um, Michigan head coach Sherrone Moore being fired. Kind of old news, but we've been busy with work. I know it happened last week, like a week and a half ago, but we're going to talk about it anyway. Yeah, Sherrone
Yeah.
Moore, inappropriate relationship with a staffer.
Uh,
Um, Crazy. We're talking about Heisman talk. Heisman winner Fernando Mendoza win the Heisman, and also Diego Pavia's reaction to it a couple days
yeah.
later to the voters or the voting committee, not the voters, but to the voting committee, whatever they're called. But then, yeah, like Monty said, CFP playoff predictions, um, and then NFL Week 16, Rams Seahawks had a thriller game last night. Went into overtime. Seahawks won.
Yeah, crazy ending, man.
Crazy ending. There was a controversial 2 point conversion to tie it at 30
Hmm.
30 in regulation time. I don't know about that. Obviously, Seahawks
Yeah.
fans like it, but I don't know about that backwards lateral pass. It didn't look backwards to me, but we could talk about that. And then NFL Week 16 um, predictions. So let's get into this head coach Sherrone Moore or former head coach Sherrone Moore from Michigan. See, there's a lot of talk about there's why he got fired because inappropriate relationship violating university policies. It wasn't because of the cheating. Yes, cheating's bad. That just makes it worse. But the reason
Yes.
why he got fired was not because he cheated. It was because he violated university or company policies, if you will, like
Yeah.
and about having an inappropriate relationship with someone on his staff, a young girl,
Yes.
a young woman. So that's why he got fired. I know there's this talk out there saying because he's this, he's that, that's why he's fired. Like, no, I don't think so. I think
Mhm.
anyone would have been fired regardless. And I'm kind of shocked because I really liked Sherrone Moore. I
Yes.
wasn't crazy that he's a little bit overly conservative at times with his play calling. It drives me freaking crazy. That's the only part I don't like about him. But I do think he's a good coach. He beat Ohio State like 2 or 3 times in a row. Obviously, this year they lost pretty badly. True freshman quarterback. It kind of showed, but I like his future. It's bright. We talk about that many times on this show. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think Sherrone Moore deserved to be fired. I think he's still in jail because he went to this girl's house and like did
Oh man.
crazy crap, which added to
I
the
don't know
drama.
what he
We'll
was
talk
thinking.
about this.
Yeah, that just made it worse.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't know what he was thinking.
yeah. Supposedly, allegedly, he went to her house and I guess was like I don't know if he was threatening her, but he was threatening his life. He became suicidal.
Right,
Like he was saying he was going to hurt himself or something. And
right.
I don't know if he threatened her as well. But I know he was talking about himself. That's one thing I know about. But I don't know if he was like obviously he went there to be like what the hell I guess kind of thing. Like because
Yeah,
what I heard is like she turned him in. So
yes. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. I think she had a restraining order on him where he wasn't supposed to be there anyway. That's why he was arrested.
yeah,
And plus the threatening suicide and all that mess. I mean, just made it worse. So, yeah. Once this is done and over with, the thing with the cheating scandal, he had a shot of getting another job, but after this, I don't think he'll coach football again. That's just my opinion. I mean, as far as this other stuff added on to it.
yeah.
I mean,
I don't think he will either. The
yeah,
cheating is one thing.
that's bad.
Yeah, yeah. What he did afterwards was bad. That's what makes it worse. Because I
Yeah,
agree, the cheating is one thing. Like, obviously, I don't condone it, but things do happen in relationships. I'm not saying it's right, but it can happen. And sometimes couples forgive each other. They cheat and they forgive each other and they move
yeah,
on. They stay together. Sometimes they get divorced and move on. Like it just depends on the relationship and if they're willing to work it out or not. And I don't judge that kind of stuff because like a lot of things happen in relationships, but obviously I don't condone it, like I said, but it happens. We know this. And but what made it worse was everything he did after the fact, after she turned him in.
Right.
That makes it 100 times worse. And that's why he's in a lot of trouble. There was someone. Oh, I guess their relationship. This is all rumor based, obviously. But what I was hearing is like they knew something was going on. They just didn't have facts because they the rumor is like they weren't very like
Yes.
they weren't trying to hide the relationship at all. I mean, they weren't like kissing or like holding hands or anything like that. That would be really freaking crazy. But they were definitely weren't. But you could definitely tell there was something there. That's what the rumors are. Like they weren't trying to hide this, like being very inconspicuous about. Like they were pretty open about it. It seemed like a lot of people kind of had a good feeling of what was going on. They just needed proof, and she provided the proof because for whatever her reasons were, but she provided the proof. So I don't know what he did to make her do that. Not she wasn't wrong. I mean, some people might think it's kind of
Yeah.
like not very good that she's doing that. I mean, I don't know. That's a matter of opinion, but I guess he did something to piss her off. But the problem was like that's the thing when you do these things with young girls. I mean, or you're having an inappropriate relationship. All you got to do is piss them off, and they got you by the freaking cojones, man. So that's all it takes. I seen this in the Navy
Oh
too.
yeah. Yeah. I mean,
You take away all your leadership ability. We say this in the Navy. Like once, I know this is kind of graphic, but they say once you bust your nut, like you lose all your leadership. Like your leadership is out the freaking
yeah.
window. Like it's gone.
Yeah.
He or she has you if it's a someone that you're not supposed to be dating, like because they're below you. In the Navy, we call it fraternization. Like you can't be
Yeah.
dating
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
because they're
Same thing in the well, I won't say the real world, but same thing in the civilian world. Yeah. And from what I understand, from what I read, that's a zero tolerance policy for Michigan University. Zero tolerance. They don't tolerate it. They're not having it. I mean, Michigan has a good name. They've always had a good name. Very well outside of the cheating scandal issues with Harbaugh and maybe the Fab Five, but I mean, but other than that, they've had their nose clean. But yeah, something like this puts another black eye that they didn't need. I mean, Moore was had them going in the right direction. I mean, having to fill the shoes of Harbaugh, who won the championship. Um, Seems like Shamore picked up where he left off. Didn't win the championship, but they whipped Alabama in the bowl last year. I mean,
yeah, that surprised me. I didn't
that says
expect that.
something, So, yeah, I mean, neither. So he had the team going in the right direction. The university made the right choice choosing him. He just made a terrible, terrible lapse in judgment. Terrible lapse in judgment. Married three girls, if I'm not mistaken, young girls or children. Uh,
Yeah,
so
his wife's
he has to
attractive
go home.
too. I mean, obviously, yeah,
Yes.
like I don't get it, man. I know young
So
women are
after
very enticing because she was very attractive. Also, I
yeah,
saw
it's
pictures of
hard.
her. I get it. I get why he would be attracted to her, but you can't
Sure,
take the
sure.
bait, man. I mean, I get it, man. She's
Yeah,
young. She's probably
too
really
much to lose.
smart. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's young. She's smart. She's attractive. Like it's very enticing. She's very ambitious. All these things, man. She has her whole life ahead of her. Like some people may
yeah.
not
He
like the
just
ratting out. I can see both sides of that. She may not been she may not have been the greatest person to rat Sherrone Moore out, but at the same time, Sherrone Moore shouldn't have been doing it, and she must have gave, like I said, he must have gave her a reason to do it, because like I said before, once you commit to act, like you're cookies, like you're toast, it's just a matter of time, man. Um, but people still do it anyway because they think with the wrong head, man.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
because
It's
like I said,
unfortunate.
it's lust, like it's a very attractive young girl or young lady. She's not a girl,
Yeah.
but she's an adult, but a young adult. But yeah, he's in a lot of crap. But
Mhm.
speaking of Michigan, real quick before we move on to the next subject, our Heisman talk. Yes, Michigan is a very prestigious university. I know you mentioned that, Monty, but I read an article. I can't remember who wrote it, but I read it a couple days ago, and they're talking about how Michigan might have a culture problem with coaches because
Mm,
because
interesting.
Juwan Howard with his incident,
Yes.
Wisconsin head coach a couple years ago. after the game was over with, when they're going through the shaking hands line, he has some kind of contact, like punches them or
Yeah,
them or something.
that's
Then
true.
and then I think a couple other coaches, can't remember all their names, but it's not just football, basketball. I think there's a couple other coaches like in Michigan, like over the last 5 years, where they have some scandals. Of course, Harbaugh, the cheating that you
Hmm.
already mentioned. Some people say that that was a witch hunt. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But at the end of the day, if he knew he was supposed to do it and he did it, then he deserved what he got. I like Harbaugh
Yeah.
overall, but if he knew he's not supposed to do it and he chose to do it anyway, what that assistant coach of his going to the games, whatever the hell they're doing, yeah, he was wrong.
Yeah.
So, but I heard there's a couple other coaches involved besides that in some other lower level. I won't say lower level sports, but not the two main sports that we watch on, TV, football and basketball for college. But so that might be true. I know Juwan Howard's definitely true.
Yes.
Obviously Sherrone Moore's true because it's very recent, and then Harbaugh was suspended, a couple years ago. So they might have. They're saying there might be a culture problem with Michigan coaching athletics. So
So, well, they'll have to choose carefully on their next coach. Speaking of that, is there any? You're a Michigan fan. You're a Wolverines fan. I mean, we know that. No, you're the biggest one I know. Who would you like to see coach them?
uh honestly, I don't even know. I should have an answer and I don't.
Hmm.
I really don't know. Obviously, yes, I'm a big Michigan fan, so I'm sorry, Michigan fans. I should have an answer for that, but
Well,
I just don't know right now.
here's what I think. I don't know how true this is. I think if DeBoer lays an egg tonight and Alabama loses to Oklahoma, those Alabama fans aren't going to put up with that losing to that team twice. They have 7 losses in 2 years. Saban, he had 7 losses in the total of 4 years. So I think he's on a short leash tonight. Tonight's a big game. I think he's one of the candidates anyway.
Yeah, DeBoer's one. That's good. That's a very good. Now you got my brain thinking. DeBoer would be one. Um, there was rumors about the UW coach leaving, but he's saying he's not going anywhere. But UW coach is a pretty good coach.
Mm-hmm.
He's only
I
been
heard
at
the
UW a couple
Arizona
of
State
years.
coach too. He's got coaching the Sun Bowl. Dillingham, I think is his name.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think he might be the top one from what I understand. I know Arizona State can't offer what Michigan can offer for sure, but I think if I say keep an eye on it if Alabama loses tonight. Keep an eye on that.
yeah. The problem I have with DeBoer is he almost seems like that guy Ole Miss Lane Kiffin where he keeps on leaving so fast. I don't trust him.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, because he was only up at UW 1 year and he leaves. I mean, to go. I mean, Alabama is a more prestigious position, there's no doubt, but it pissed off a lot of UW people up here. Only 1 year, you're just freaking gone. And he
yeah.
had a really good 1 year up here. They were solid, you know. Um, they got all the way to the championship game against Michigan with him.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Huh,
the
interesting.
other guy I like, but he said he's not going anywhere either, is the BYU head coach, that Polynesian guy.
Mm. Yes.
I would
Oh, he
like
got
him.
like.
I
Yeah,
would like
yeah. I wouldn't
him.
leave either. Yeah, yeah. He has a good thing going on there. Yeah, yeah.
I know
I
he
agree with.
won't leave. I don't blame him, but I like
Yeah.
him a lot 'cause I think he's really clean,
Hmm.
and Michigan needs a very clean coach.
Yes.
I don't know if DeBoer's clean. I don't even know if the UW coach is clean. I don't think he's unclean, but I'm not sure. But that guy at BYU is clean.
Yes.
Um, like he seems like to be like a good, solid family man. He's loyal. He's committed. Like that would be the guy. But unfortunately, he can't. Yeah, he's not. He doesn't want to leave BYU because, like I said, he's got a good thing going there the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But Michigan could possibly entice him with a lot of money
Yeah.
that might make him think about it. But who knows? But yeah, I haven't thought. I should have thought about the coach team who would want to go there, but I just haven't thought about too much. My new work's been busy. I just haven't thought about it. I just know Sherrone Moore is a lot of crap. Um, yeah, that's all
I
I
know
know.
this won't happen, but trying to talk Nick Saban out of the coach of the analyst booth for making the
I don't.
State Farm commercials. I think he's happy where he's at, but that would be cool to see.
Yeah, yeah, that would be cool to see, but that'd be so weird to see a Nick Saban because he was at Alabama. He's been in the SEC for so
Yeah,
long, and
it's not going to
Even
happen.
for
I'm just
Alabama,
saying
he was
that.
at LSU. That is funny though.
Yeah.
That would be funny. All right, let's get on the Heisman winner, Fernando Mendoza. Uh,
Yes. I like
believe
it.
he
I
transferred
like
from
it.
believe he transferred from Cal. Um, had a phenomenal year. Indiana's number one team in the playoff, well,
Yeah.
the college football playoffs. They beat Ohio State. I was kind of wondering about that game because last year they
Mhm.
flaked out against Ohio State. This year they did
I,
not. Straight up
I
defensive
think they had a
battle.
chance. Yeah. I think they had a chance. I didn't.
I
But
thought they were going to lose again this year, but that was a defensive game, man. Like
oh yeah.
yeah, their defense is better than I thought. They're more physical than I thought. I knew about their
Yes.
offense being high power, but I wasn't sure about their defense. Yes, they're dominating against other teams, but they're playing like a lot of lower half Big Ten teams. But Ohio State's obviously the juggernaut, and man,
Yes.
they surprised me. I was glad they won the game because I hate Ohio State. I was like, go there you go, Indiana. So I was very happy for Indiana. I pretty much knew after that game he had pretty much I thought he had a lock on it.
Mm.
But congratulations to Fernando Mendoza. I mean, where's his? I mean, very classy young man.
Yes.
Um, I didn't see his Heisman speech. I heard it was really good, but I did watch his speech at the end of the Ohio State Indiana game, and I liked him a lot just from what he said. Talk about
Yeah.
the brotherhood of Indiana and how they all support each other, and you
Hmm.
know, obviously he's a Latino guy. I know he has a lot of feelings
Yes.
about that. Coming from
Yes. Cuban descent. Grandparents came from Cuba.
yeah.
His
So
grandparents were there, and he some of his speech was in Spanish for them. So yeah, I'd like to see that. That's good.
yeah, I think that was cool.
Yeah.
It just kind of reminds me of Marcus Mariota for the first Hawaiian quarterback to win
Right.
it. Because
Right.
him being
Yeah.
Polynesian, being from Hawaii, that was a big deal. That's cool. That's cool to see. It's kind of the same thing, so it's cool, man.
Yes.
Um, yeah. So congrats to him, man. Like well deserved. I know there's always other deserving candidates, but you can only pick one. And yeah, he was deserving. Are other candidates deserving? Yes, of course they are, especially the finalist.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we knew Pavia was a finalist. Couple who are the other finalists? We'll talk about Pavia in a minute, but
There was a
there's
what
like
was that
three or
for
four
that
that
guy?
go to New York.
Yeah.
Obviously, Fernando Mendoza, Diego
Yeah. The names
Pavia.
escape me as well, but yeah, there were a couple of good ones. But I think that win against Ohio State sealed the deal. You had to give it to him, even though, like you said, it was more of a defensive battle. But
He
just
completed a
how
huge pass to win that game,
yeah,
though. And he still threw over.
yeah,
He outplayed the other quarterback. I mean,
yeah. Oh yeah, easy. Yeah, he did. Yeah, so
he
yeah,
still
he had to
threw for
win it.
well over 200 plus yards in a low score game. They had the one lone touchdown on a pass play, so he had a touchdown pass,
Yeah.
and yeah, he threw for well over 200. Yeah, he was deserving, man. So congrats to him. I don't know he's going to be pretty high in the draft. Obviously, we know
Yes.
that. So it'll be interesting to see how his career. We'll see how he does in the college football playoffs first.
Hmm.
We can't get ahead of the gun here, but Indiana has a real chance, man.
Yeah, they
Last year,
do.
I knew they had no chance, even though they made it for the first time. I was like,
They do.
they flaked out against Ohio State, and like then they lost in the first round. Like, yeah, they're to Notre Dame. Like they flaked out, but this year they look for real, man.
Yeah.
And like I said before, their defense is better than I thought. Um, Now let's get into the other guy, Diego Pavia. What do you? I'll let you talk about that first,
Come
since I've
come
been
on,
talking.
man. Well, I don't know. He sent a tweet while he was in the club with his buddies, and I don't know if they saw him doing this or what, but pretty much said F the voters with two middle fingers. It's all about family, and it's just a terrible look. Terrible look. Man, especially coming from a university as Vanderbilt. I
Yeah,
mean, man, that's a prestigious university. I mean, as far as sports, they're on the map on football now, and they should be for a long time. He helped get them there. But yeah, it's just a black eye on him. It's gonna, I think, it might affect his draft stock. I
I
know you
think it
talked
will
about
affect
that
his draft
in that
status.
earlier.
Absolutely.
Um, I don't know if his friends saw him doing that and they did. I don't know if they told him, "Hey, that's not a good idea" or what. I don't know. But once you hit send, have the consequences. And man, he's getting raked under the coals for it, and he should be.
Yeah, I think he should be too. Um, I know he's a young man. He's only in his early 20s. Well, he's like 24 because he's been in college at least 6 years, but he's still in his 20s, the terrible twos. But that was dumb. And
Yeah,
young adults his age know better. They know about social media more than we do. They're well versed in social media
right.
compared to our generation. So he knew better, man. And I don't get it. The thing is, I still really like him overall because I love how he came from nothing. I get he has
Yes.
a huge chip on his shoulder, but sometimes that chip just gets too big. I don't have a problem with guys having a chip on their shoulder when they got a lot to prove, but when you let it get too big and your head gets too big,
Yeah.
and clearly that's the case with him. Like I get it, man. You played at New Mexico Military Institute, which is, I mean, it's barely college level. Then you went to New Mexico State, which is D1, but lower level, mid level, mid major D1.
Hmm.
New Mexico State's not known for football. You know, then you get to Vanderbilt, SEC team. So I get his journey and why he's got
Yeah.
that chip, but yeah, but his chip is too big. It needs to be knocked off his perch. He needs
Right.
because if he doesn't learn from, I mean, if he doesn't learn from this, like he could be, yeah, it's gonna hurt his draft status, and it could hurt him in the
Yeah.
first couple years of the NFL, man. Like he needs to be careful because the good news is he is young, so I think he can. Obviously, I think he can recover from this because he's young, but he just needs to be careful about how he's
Yeah.
going about his business, man, because yeah, he shouldn't have done that, and yeah, he let his emotions get to him, and
Yeah.
there's a fine line. That's what I'm trying to think of. There's a fine line between being confident and being really arrogant and obnoxious. And obviously, I like the fire that he plays with. That's what
Oh
makes him who
yes.
he is. I get that, but there's that fine line. He crossed it big time. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say is confidence and arrogance are to me two different things. I know they're kind of closely related, but you can be confident but still have a very good attitude and not do the things that he's doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't gotta be a shit talker or a trash talker to have confidence.
No.
I mean,
No.
a lot of people think that comes to the territory, but I don't think so. I've
No.
seen guys that are quiet and they're very confident. They just go about their business very quietly. Look at Tim Duncan. I
Yeah.
mean, never said hardly said a word.
No.
Uh, the dude that played for the Toronto Raptors that's playing for the Clippers, what's his name? Won a couple of rings. He's very quiet. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, Kawhi Leonard. Yeah.
Kawhi
Yeah. He's
Leonard,
the
he
same way.
doesn't talk
Yeah.
very much, but he's won championships. Uh, yeah, so I think people get that mistaken, like where even in the Navy, when I was in the Navy, like I got overlooked for like when I was a young chief, like they overlooked me sometimes, or they overlooked me when I was at E6 because like, oh, I'm not very cocky, and sometimes they think, oh, you're a class B personality. They want the class alpha, they want the alpha dog,
Mm.
sometimes. So sometimes people look at it the wrong way,
Yeah.
you
Now,
know.
Class Bs make good leaders too. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it because that's the question. Our leadership's I think we need to talk about this before, but the viewers are leaders made or born?
Right.
Um, I do
Right.
think there are certain qualities that are naturally God given, but I'm more of a believer of leaders are made. Yes, there are some God given talents that might make you just a natural, better leader than, because just naturally for who you are, your personality. I
Right.
get that, but I don't think it's everything about leadership. I'm a perfect example. Like I was, like I said, I'm fairly quiet, fairly modest, and everything. And I did 26 years in Navy senior chief, and like it's about knowledge too, because sometimes
Yes.
when you're really arrogant, sometimes I'm not saying those guys don't work hard and don't have knowledge. They do, but sometimes they let that take over where they're just kind of going through the motions and that arrogance, that obnoxiousness. Like me, I just outworked them, out knowledge them. I was thinking,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's why like you say, you don't gotta be a trash talker to be a good leader. But some people like that guy that's just loud, 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 not scared to be confrontational and things like that. I know I'm beating a dead horse, but anyways, but Pavia was out of line. What do you got to say about it? I know I really beat that up, but anyways.
No, yeah, no, you hit everything on the head. I mean, the best way for him to get past it, I know he took the tweet down, but it was a little bit too late. But just man, if you're going to I'm not sure if he's a senior or not, but
He's got to be a senior because he's been in
I
college
think he
for
is.
years.
I think he is. I mean, just don't let this carry on. I mean, do what he's doing. I mean, I'm not saying completely change your personality. Just don't make a mistake like this again, and we'll forget all about this. But
Yeah,
if we see the same thing over and over, we're going to be, oh, hey, remember what he did after the Heisman?
yeah,
So, and I think he'll learn from it. He's a good talent. I think he'll be a good NFL quarterback. Just, man, it not good. I mean, I'm not sure
yeah,
where he'll get drafted, but this may hurt where. I mean,
yeah. He might
he'll
lose.
get
He might
drafted lower
lose.
than
He
where he
might
should have.
lose bonus money because I know if depending on where you get drafted, the more money you get,
Yeah,
especially first round draft picks, get a lot compared
yeah.
to like a third, fourth, fifth round guy. They all still get money, but the first round, second round, they get a lot of money up front money,
And
not even
they
playing it down in the NFL.
NFL does look at this thing. If you don't believe me, ask Shedeur Sanders.
Oh
Just
yeah,
saying.
yeah. Just saying. That's a great point. Just saying. I think I love her too. I'm still Diego. I'm on your. I still believe in you, Diego. If you not, I know he's not going to listen, but I want him to be successful
So do
because
I. So do I. I'll be watching him.
I do because I like his story. I like his confidence. I like how he gave Vanderbilt a name,
Yes.
being in the dumpster for like 3 decades in SEC. I mean, their first 10-win season ever in football. They've been decent in basketball before. I don't know about the other sports, but I know they've been decent in basketball. They've never been good in football. And yeah, like I like his swagger. Like I said, there's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with confidence. There's nothing wrong with having some
No.
swag and having like
Not at
that
all.
aura where people want to be around you. He's one of those guys.
Yeah.
People want to play.
Yeah.
I mean, his teammates love him because they know he's going to leave it all on the line. I love that about him. He's going to play 100%
Yeah.
every game. That's what I like about him. But he just can't let that bleed over to the arrogance and the
Right.
other side of it. That's where he needs to watch out. Yeah, he needs. That's where he needs to think with his head. Like think
Right.
before you speak. Think before
Right.
you post things on Instagram. He should know better because his age group knows about that stuff. Like I said before, so I was kind of shocked. Like,
Right.
wow, he did that. Uh,
Yep.
That's
Yep.
old.
Think
That's an
before you
old
press
guy's
in, folks.
mistake.
Yep.
That's an old man mistake. That's something like me or you would do, or people in
Yeah.
our age group. Not me or you,
Yeah.
but people in our age group, right? Not us, but yeah,
Uh-huh.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
People are like,
Yeah. Be careful before you press send.
yeah.
Think about it.
All right, brother. Let's talk about these CFB playoffs, man. Game just came on now. I know it's early in the first quarter, but so people, just for your information, the college football playoffs started. The first round games are tonight and tomorrow. The game tonight is number 8 Oklahoma versus number 9 Alabama. I believe they're playing at Oklahoma because they play at the lower seed. The lower seed has home field advantage in all these games in the first round games. We're all and
Yes.
the quarterfinals too. I believe. Well, maybe not the quarterfinals because they play in bowl games. But first round games, I know they go to the other team, the lower seeds home field. Um, 2 games tomorrow, 3 games tomorrow. Probably the best one is number 7 Texas A&M versus number 10 Miami, and then later games on Saturday, which I don't think will be good games. We're still going to talk about is number 6 Ole Miss, number 11 Tulane, and number 5 Oregon, against number
Man.
12 James Madison. I don't know about those games, but I think obviously the game tonight should be good
Yeah.
to the hype, and then the game tomorrow, number 7 Texas A&M versus number 10 Miami. That should be good.
Boy, I wish they would put that Miami and A&M game last, but that's the first game.
Yeah, yeah, I might have a chance to watch it. I will have a chance to watch it before my basketball game tomorrow. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna watch that one. So what do you think? After the game just started, I'm looking at it right now. It's 2nd and 8. It's still 0-0, and it's like eight and a
Mhm.
half minutes to go in the first quarter. Looks like Oklahoma has the ball. I think Alabama had it first, and they punted. So
Mhm.
Oklahoma has it around the 40-yard line. They're getting close to midfield. He just completed a pass, first down, 35 for
All right.
Alabama. So who do you think is going to win this game?
I just can't see Oklahoma beating Alabama three times. I just can't. Boy, and I think this, like I mentioned earlier, I think this coach might be coaching for his job here. I mean, the alumni, the folks, the Alabama fans aren't. They're very impatient. I mean, they're spoiled because they had a legend. I mean,
They're very
coaching for you.
spoiled. Everyone could do what
Yeah.
Saban did. I think they're
So
very
and
spoiled.
so yeah. I mean, and rightfully so. I mean, man. I mean, I understand that. So I know their patience is running out. So Alabama's going to have to win this game. So I'm going to take Alabama. I mean, I don't like either team. I probably dislike Oklahoma more being from Texas. So
I hate
I'm
both
going
of
to pick
them. I
Alabama.
really hate Alabama though.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Alabama
So
fans
yeah.
just drive me crazy. Oklahoma fans don't piss me off the way Alabama fans do.
Oh,
Um, yeah, I don't like either team either because to your point, us, like in Texas and us growing up in El Paso, Texas, I get it. I
yeah.
hate Oklahoma too, but man, Alabama. I mean, the fun thing is, I like a lot of Alabama's players in the NFL. There's a lot of good kids
Yes.
that go there. I
Yeah.
just
They're very
don't like.
NFL ready. Yeah.
I just don't like. Well, I can't say all their fans because there's good and bad people in every college, every fan base, So I'm not picking on Alabama, but this SEC in general, they kind of have that arrogance to them.
Yeah.
Not that Michigan fans don't have arrogance. I guess we can too. I know our friend Brad mentioned that, but there's a something to me about the SEC with them being dominant for like a long time. Every time they lose, they seem so butthurt and compared to
Yeah.
other conferences. That's what drives me crazy about them. But I think it's to your point where because they've been used to winning for so long, when they occasionally lose a game, they feel like it's like the sun, like the sky fell or something. Like oh my god, they make a bunch of excuses. So
Yeah.
drives me crazy,
Yeah.
especially Alabama.
Yeah.
I just don't see the same thing out of Oklahoma. But I don't know. I mean, you have a good point too about their coach. But I don't know. You're probably right, but he got them to the college football playoffs. They're going to fire him if he loses in the first round, like in a
Yeah.
nail biter
Yeah.
game. I mean, they could because you're right. It's Alabama. They could be very impatient. So I'm not saying you're wrong, but like, Dan, he's got them to the freaking playoffs. He showed signs of
Yeah.
improvement compared to last year when they didn't make the playoffs. I mean, I don't
I don't
know.
know. I might be way off, Brad. If you're
No,
watching this, you know Alabama. Uh, it. I don't know. What's it like over there, man? As far as your fans, or uh, I don't know. Do you like this guy? Don't you?
I know he doesn't like the defense he plays. Hey, you froze, brother. You there? You froze.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what you said. I know you're talking about Brad with the boar. I think we froze again. We're having some serious internet issues here. People, sorry. Monty froze again. All right, we
okay.
keep on freezing. Hopefully, I can get this figured out. My internet is not good right now.
Okay.
Um,
I think we're back. I was just calling out to Brad. Hey, what's he think about this coach? Am I way off base here? I don't know. Just my opinion on as far if he's coaches for his job here. Maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit. I don't know, but if he's here and I'd like to hear his take on it.
I don't think you're jumping the gun. I just don't know if they would do it or not that early, but
Mm-hmm.
they could. I don't think you're jumping the gun because it is Alabama.
Yeah.
But I guess what I'm saying, if they play well and lose this game in a nail biter, or will they
Mm,
do it? They still might. If they get blown out, then it might make more of a case.
there you go. Yeah, yeah. I'm with you on that.
Oklahoma
Absolutely.
did just score a touchdown, so they scored the first touchdown of the game. So, but it's a long
Okay.
ways to go. 5.5 minutes left, but yeah, Oklahoma scored, so it's 6-0. Probably about to be 7-0 with the extra point.
All right.
Um, um, yeah, Mateer ran in the quarterback.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's Brad. Yeah, I don't know, but I know Brad doesn't like their defense. I don't see all of his Facebook comments about the defense he plays. He's like stop bringing that Pac-12 defense in the SEC. It doesn't work. He's made comments about
Mhm.
that. Not sure exactly what he's talking about since I haven't spoken to him, but I know he just doesn't like their defense. He thinks they're playing a soft defense from the way I'm reading it, and
Mm,
it's not going to work because it's not stopping like the run and things like that. It's not like a physical defense.
yeah.
Because I know Brad's always made comments before, like he thinks the old Pac-12 had no defense, which was partially true because they're more known for their offense in the Pac-12 back in the day. That's why he's making those comments. He thinks Pac-12 defense is soft, so their style of defense. And
Yeah.
Brad's an Alabama fan, so he's got a big opinion on that.
Well, Pac-12 is teams are mainly known for their offense anyway. So yeah,
Yep,
I get
yep,
it.
yep. They usually have offensive firepower like the old USC's and things like that.
Yes.
They can score a ton
Mm-hmm.
of points. Um, I think Oklahoma's going to win. I know it's hard to win it 3 times in a row, but I
Mm-hmm.
think Oklahoma, for some reason, is going to do it. I think Oklahoma just has Alabama's number right now,
Right. Right.
and
Right.
I
Yeah.
think, but I won't be surprised if Alabama like will. I won't be surprised if Alabama wins though, because they are very good. At 8-9 is a very tough matchup, probably one of the best matchups in the playoffs. Since they're so close together, but in ranking, you know, but I think Oklahoma's going to do it. So that's my prediction.
All right.
Yeah, and playing Oklahoma helps a lot. So yeah.
Tough place to win.
Um, Next game, number 7 Texas A&M, number 10 Miami. I know Miami's your team, so I'll let you go on this one. I know who you want to win, but do you think they will win?
Boy, I've always liked the Hurricanes, even back when they were this cocky team that everybody hated. It seemed like I was the only person that liked them. But
In the 80s and 90s, yeah, they were cocky, but they
yeah,
backed it up though. They sure as hell did that.
oh
I give
yeah,
them that
they
much.
they did. I mean, they kind of shed that reputation a little bit. I mean, they had a downfall for a while, but they're back on the map again where they're contenders. So boy, it's tough. They're playing a Texas team. I mean, A&M, who man, who
Their
they take
defense
to
is
the
solid.
woodshed
I
the
know
other day.
that.
They tore up BYU. Was it BYU they beat pretty bad? So
Yeah,
man,
Texas
man,
Tech
that
whooped BYU. I know that. I can't remember who Texas A&M whooped, but
oh Texas Tech, yeah, yeah. It was Texas Tech, yeah. But man, it's going to be a tough task for Miami to beat A&M. I might just have to go with my head here and go with A&M.
you're gonna go with A&M.
Yeah,
A&M has a defense. I know that.
yes,
Miami has a pretty decent defense also. You know about them, Natty, but I know their offense is explosive.
yes,
They got the old Georgia quarterback.
yeah. Beck,
Right?
good quarterback. Yes.
He's a good quarterback, so that's going to make things very interesting.
Mm.
I think Miami can pull off. I don't think a major upset, but I'm going to go with your team. I think Miami can pull off the upset because
All right.
even though I know how good Texas A&M is, especially their defense, but they haven't really. Well, Miami has been in this position in a long time, but I don't think Texas
Right.
A&M has ever been in this position. You know,
Not this high from far as I remember. Not in a while. They've always been decent, but this high I don't remember them being this.
they're usually like 8-4,
Right.
9-3. They go to a lot of bowl games, but
Right.
I haven't. I don't think they played this kind of game, this kind of magnitude of a game in a really long freaking time, if
Yeah.
ever. Um, Granted, Miami hasn't done it in a long time. To your point, in past 20 some years, but they
Hmm.
even though there's different players and coaches, like I just feel like they I I just feel like they have more. I feel like they have a really good chance, man.
Yeah.
Even though their players didn't play 25, 30 years ago when they were the big dogs, but I just feel like their university just has that aura about them, and I feel like they can. I feel like they can do it, and they have
Yeah.
a really good quarterback, which helps. And their running back is good. Their defense is maybe not as good as Texas A&M, but they're no slouches. I know they can get after you. Um, so we'll see. And I don't know about Texas A&M's quarterback. Can he handle this moment? I
Hmm.
think I trust Miami's quarterback better. So should be interesting. Um, Number 6, Ole Miss versus number 11, Tulane. Do you think this game's even going to be close?
No. No, Ole Miss is a team that can win the championship. They're that. I mean, with the coach leaving, I mean they're going to have a chip on. Speaking of chips on their shoulder, this team's going to have one,
Yeah.
and they're going to go out there angry and they're going to take it all out on Tulane. I don't think this will be close.
Did Lane Kiffin leave again?
Yeah, yeah. From my understanding, yes.
I can't remember where he was going, but I know it was being talked about a couple weeks ago.
Hmm.
So they have their interim head coach right now.
Yes.
Yeah, they're going to play hard for him because they're pretty mad about that. Yeah, I think they will play hard for their interim head coach. They're pretty pissed off. I agree with that 1,000%. And I don't even know if Tulane should be in there. Definitely don't think James Madison should be in there. I'm
Yeah.
okay with one school being like I said last show, but two, I guess that's how the format goes, right? The way that format
Well,
is, they have to pick two.
well, yeah, and like we talked about, well, like I mentioned a couple of shows ago, I don't know if they'll do it next year, but they're going to have to expand it.
I think they had to go to 16 teams based on what happened this year
Yeah.
because I just don't see it's not. You're telling me Tulane and James Madison's better than freaking Notre Dame?
No, absolutely not.
They're
Ain't no
not better
way.
than Michigan. They're not better than
No,
Vanderbilt. They're
no,
not better
no,
than other teams that just barely missed out. You know,
no, no, no.
yeah, they're. I'm sorry, small schools. I'm a big underdog guy. I love the David versus Goliath story, but I love
Mhm.
huge upsets. It happens every now and then, but I have a hard time seeing it happening in football. It happens occasionally.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. TCU did a couple years ago.
Yep,
Yeah.
it happens
But it's rare.
occasionally,
Yeah.
but I'm okay with one school, one small school given a chance, but not two.
Yes.
The two
I agree.
schools, yeah, no, one. Give them one, the best one out of the small schools. Um, yeah, I don't like it because I feel like a lot of teams got screwed over. A lot of teams got,
Hmm.
especially Notre Dame.
Yes.
Um, oh my God. Do you agree with Notre Dame not wanting to play in a bowl game? I think they said take us out of the bowl game. I don't know about that, but I understand why they said.
Me neither. They blame the ACC for it, which I don't get. It's their own fault for not playing in a conference.
I think so too.
They're saying, "Well, ACC, why didn't you back us up?" I mean, come on. I mean, if they would have made the bowl, the ACC is not going to get the money because you're not in the conference. So why are you blaming
Yeah,
the ACC?
yeah,
I don't. Please help me understand that. I don't get it. So
yeah,
no, I mean, uh, yeah, that's mm, yeah. That they might have a point with Alabama getting in ahead of them with the, but yeah, I don't like the fact that they blame the ACC. That they're blaming the ACC for not backing them up. I wouldn't have backed them up either. I
yeah. I
mean, they're
think they got
supposed to
screwed
back
over
them.
not. I think they got screwed over not getting in, but I don't. I agree with you. I don't agree with them blaming the ACC because what hurt them is not being in a conference. That is their downfall. This
Right,
might force them to join. What I don't get is they play in the freaking ACC in basketball. So why they don't do it in football? Why is football for Notre Dame staying independent, but basketball isn't? I don't know about
right.
what's on the rest of their dang sports, but I know in basketball for men and women they play in the ACC. Um, so why is football independent? This should hopefully force them to join a conference.
Right.
But they should have been in. There's no doubt
Yes.
about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because their first two losses of the year was against teams that are in the playoffs, Texas A&M, and Miami, and those games were nail biter games.
Right. Yeah. Miami and A&M. I mean, no shame in losing those games.
I mean, they
And they ran the
barely
table
lost
after
those
that.
games. They barely
Yeah.
like one game was by 1 point, 41-40 or something, and
Right.
the other one
Right.
was like 20 against Miami. It was 27-24. I mean, it was a nail biter.
Yes.
That's a 3 point game. I mean, nail biter games in Miami. You know, I think when they lost to Texas A&M, it was in Notre Dame at home, but still, that was
Yes.
a 1 point game. Um, so yeah, and they won 10 in a row, but the rest of their competition may have not been that great. I mean, they did play Pittsburgh as decent, and they whooped them. They might have played another decent team in the ACC that was okay, Georgia Tech maybe or somebody. Um, but they need to strengthen up their schedule. You know, that's one thing, and they just need to join the ACC and win the conference championship. I know we're beating it up, but yeah,
Yeah.
they kind of yeah that hurt them for sure. What was I else I gonna say? Oh, Alabama. I know Brad gave me the long story. I never read his Facebook post towards me, but he was saying like they already said before, like whether they win or lose this conference championship game is not going to hurt them because they made the conference championship game. Do you agree with that? I see where he's going with that, but
Yes.
problem I have is they had three losses. Yes, they would if they would have lost. Like I said to him, they would have lost. They only had two losses. And I could see where they would still get in being in a very good conference because there's a lot of two loss teams in like the Big Ten, SEC, Big 12, like things like that. But the problem
Yeah.
is
No, I see you.
they had
I
three
kind of,
losses though.
yeah, that's the thing. We did talk. Well, I mentioned that a three-loss team has no business in the playoffs. Well, okay, you got to have Alabama in there some way, shape, or form. But if Notre Dame would have gotten in their place, I don't think anybody would have missed Alabama. In that case, a good, prestigious university.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's the only issue I have with Alabama. I mean, being in it, but well, at the same time, I'm kind of on the fence on it because they are Alabama. It's good to have them in the playoffs just because of their name only.
Yeah, being in there by name only is not good. But I mean, it
Right,
can happen to
right,
Michigan too, because there's been times like
right.
where Michigan's been ranked really high at the beginning of the season. They weren't as good as they say they were. So it happens to it's not just Alabama. It happens to Michigan too. In fairness to Alabama fans and Brad, um, but I just don't know about the three losses still. But to Brad's point, when you put another two-loss SEC team in that didn't play in the conference championship, but Alabama did. See what I'm saying? That's his point. That's why
Right,
they're saying the conference championship shouldn't hurt you because you're going to put a two-loss team in the SEC in over Alabama who didn't play against freaking Georgia. That's what
right.
they're saying. That's what they're saying, and he makes a solid point. But I just don't like the three-loss thing. To me, if you
Yeah. Well, I think once the playoffs go down to 16, well, go up to 16 teams, I think that'll be next year. It might open the door for at least one three loss team, maybe two. I think 2 more years after that, it's going to go up to 20. That's just my position. And maybe no more after that. But I like a 16 to 20 team playoff.
I don't think it needs to go higher than 16, man. That's just
No,
me. I think once you're at 16, you're good. I know D2 or FBS. I know they have like a 16 team format or whatever it is. I like that. So they've been doing that for a long time. I think that's legit. Um,
right, right.
um, but before we get to the NFL, like I said in many other shows before, the one three-loss team that made it last year was Clemson, but they won the ACC championship. That's why that's the
Right,
only reason why they got in because they
right,
won the championship. Alabama
right,
didn't. That was my point to Brad too.
right.
So
And that should be the exception. I get what you're saying. Yes. Yeah.
is ACC as strong as SEC? No, everyone knows
No,
that. No one's
it's
going to
not.
say that. I think 99.999 would say SEC is much better. Like you'd be
Right.
completely crazy to not say that. Um, so yeah, but Clemson won their championship game, so that's the difference.
Yes.
Um, let's get an NFL. We can talk about this recap of the Rams Seahawks game last night before we get into Week 16 predictions. But the
Ooh,
rest of the
that
Week
ending.
16
Ooh,
predictions. Um,
yes.
know about our game in Seattle last night at Lumen Field in Seattle. The 12s were out in full force. It was cold last night. It was raining, but I think it stopped raining when the game started.
Yes.
But I know it was raining most of the day because I know from being at work it was rain, it was cold, it was nasty, it was windy, but they were still out there in full force. But the rain did stop. Thank goodness for the fans. I think early in the game, then this was just cold with no rain. So at least it's not raining anymore. Um, but they're out there and man, a nail biter game. And I watched the last 5 minutes after I got done with my JV basketball game, high school JV game, and I get into Applebee's, want to eat dinner because I'm too tired to cook. And I'm not my wife; she's a good cook, not me. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to Applebee's because I'm tired, and it's 8:30 at night, and yeah. But I saw the last 5 minutes of regulation, and Seattle just scored to make it 30-28. They went for a two-point conversion to tie with like 4 or 5 minutes to go in the game, like I said, and
Uh,
2 point that 2 point try is very controversial, but they say it was a backwards lateral pass. I did not see it that way watching the replay, and not saying I'm right just because I'm a high school official, but I saw that and I'm like, that was not a backwards lateral pass in my opinion. Now look, we always say in football officials, like if it's close, if you can't tell, it's forward. If it
right.
looks even, it's forward. You have to know very distinctively that it's backwards. Like it has to be very obvious. And to me, it wasn't. It
Yeah,
looks straight down the line of scrimmage.
I didn't see the end of that game either. I did see the highlight, and I don't know if the camera angle is different than what the ref saw on the field, but it looked like a forward pass to me. Or it looked pretty close. Well, I don't know. I didn't see a backward pass there either. To be honest with you, I didn't. So
Like I said, I just walked into the restaurant
yeah,
and I was watching this, and I couldn't hear what the commentary was, but I could tell what was going on. Because the volume wasn't up. The game was just playing, but I knew what they were looking at, and I was like, "There's no way that's backwards." Um, and of course, the good heads up play by Charbonnet, the Seattle Seahawks running back, for picking it up in the end
yes,
zone
yeah,
for this, because they ruled it a 2-point successful try after. That's the crazy thing too, is the officials. I understand, like, on the field, like live action, because I mean it's hard. I know from personal
yes,
experience it's hard live, but the NFL and D1 college has replay, and that's why I don't get. How do you still, in my opinion, get this wrong? And you're watching on replay for like 2 minutes. Like, how do you get that? I thought they were wrong. I'm glad Seattle won
yeah,
the game, so don't get me wrong. 12s, very great game overall, but I'm not saying that. I mean, they still could have scored to win the game. They still could have got the overtime. I don't know, but
yeah,
I don't know. That was a questionable call late in the game. So
yeah, yeah. I didn't see it either. I saw most of the middle of the game. I had to leave um, around halftime, so I didn't see the end. But man, 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 it turned out to be a good game. From what I was watching, it seemed like Seattle was doing everything they could to lose that game, and it looks like they got
yeah,
together
like
after
before
that.
overtime, like, both teams punted like 2 or 3 times each in the last 4 minutes of the game. They had multiple, which hardly ever happens. Like they both went 3-and-out multiple times with like 4.5 minutes to go, and they both
Yeah,
had chances to score at 30-30, and neither one of them did.
yeah,
They both just kept going 3-and-out. I think one time Rams did get a first down or two, but they still didn't get in field goal kicking range. I think a penalty, a holding penalty, pushed them back. But but I know Seattle went out 3-and-out like 2 or 3 times in a row in the last couple
yeah,
minutes of the game, and I was kind of questioning Sam Darnold, but he proved me wrong because he had a bad first half. I will say I do like Sam Darnold's resilience. 2 interceptions in the first half, looking like
yeah,
crap, which got Rams up to a big lead, 30-14, I believe. They're up by
yeah.
16 points. But give credit to Sam Darnold. He came fighting back. I do like the guy's resilience. And the 2-point conversion in overtime was legit. That was a legit pass play.
Yeah,
Guy
that was
wide
right.
open in the middle of the end zone. That was nothing wrong with that. Um,
Yes.
um, And Sam Darnold proved a lot to me when Rams got the first touchdown overtime. And they are, I won't say Seattle's lucky, but they changed the rule because usually if you score on a touchdown, the old
Right.
overtime rules, if the opening team scores a touchdown, the game's over. So, but I know they changed that last year, right?
Yeah,
So
I'm
this
so
year,
glad they changed it too. Yeah, I like it.
yeah, I agree they should give the other team a chance to get the ball. So Rams
Right.
get an opening touchdown overtime. Seattle gets the ball back, of course, and I didn't know what Sam Darnold would do. Would he choke or he did not? He led them right down the field. That's where he proved a lot to me. And great play call on 2-point conversion. Dude's wide open. Um, yeah, so congrats to Seattle Seahawks. Congrats to Sam Darnold for
Okay.
showing me something in that game. I still think his mark's going to be made in the playoffs, not the regular
Yes.
season. But he has had 2 good regular seasons in a row, so happy for him there. But his mark is going to be made in the playoffs in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years with what he does up here in the Emerald City of Seattle. So
Yes.
um, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Um, all right, let's go into Week 16 picks if you're ready, brother.
Oh, let's
I know
go.
the show's been going for a while. Um, yeah, Arnold just texted me. I don't know what the heck he talked about. They're talking about the game last night, but anyways,
Oh.
um, they're at Disneyland. Arnold, you're at Disneyland. Okay, thanks for texting me that. Um, so Eagles at Commanders. Who do you got?
Oh boy, I hate to bring up my Cowboys in this, but they're not going to the playoffs. They're good.
Yeah, they screwed that up. We'll talk about that when we get to them later
Yeah.
on down the line here. They screwed up 2 weeks in a row. We'll talk about that later, though.
Yeah. I don't see the Eagles losing three in a row, knowing that all they got to do is win this game to win the division. Eagles, man. Oh, that hurt to say. Eagles.
I picked Eagles also. Commanders finally did break their losing streak last week, so congratulations to Marcus Mariota. I think he's been playing very well as a backup this year,
Uh-huh.
despite some of their losses, especially in that overtime loss where they went for 2, just like Seattle, but they didn't get it against the Denver Broncos a couple weeks ago. They had a great comeback, and he played his butt off that game. It was just unfortunate how it ended for him a couple weeks ago, but um, yeah, Marcus Mariota got a win last week to break their 8 or 9 game losing streak, however long it was. But yeah, I think the Eagles are going to win also. They know they only got to win one. They'll probably win all three, or at least 2 out of 3, I think.
Yes.
They got the division. That's the only hope the Cowboys have. And I don't even think the Cowboys have a very tough game this week,
Oh
we
man,
get
the
to
Chargers.
later. The other two, I think, will be easier.
Yeah.
But this game is very tough.
Yeah.
But next game is big implications. Packers at Bears.
Oh man.
Bears are in first
Wow.
place right now in the NFC North in the black and blue division, but the Packers are right behind them. They just played a couple weeks ago, and the Packers won, I believe. So I think the Packers won the first game. So with the Bears, still the deal. If they win this game, they probably got the division. So what do you think?
Yeah. Boy, no, without Micah Parsons out for the year.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
man,
huge.
ACL tear. Tough. That's tough, man. Oh man, that's tough. Packers defense was good without him, but they were even better with him. And that's yeah, there'll be a difference. So yeah, yeah. Bears at home. I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Yeah, I'll go with the Bears too. I think Packers are gonna be a game. I think Jordan Love and them will play well. Um, they have good receivers. They have a good running back. You know, uh, the running back will play hard. I like him a lot. But yeah, I think missing Micah Parsons, to your point, echoing what you're saying, I think it'll be too hard. I think the Bears will get their revenge. Obviously, that's not very far. There's gonna be a lot of Packers fans at Soldier Field.
Oh yes, yes.
You
They
know,
travel like you
so
wouldn't believe. Yeah,
so Bears have a home field advantage, but it's not like a huge home field advantage because it's not. This is very easy for Packers fans to drive down there, or fly down there. They'll probably drive, but who knows? They're only a couple hours away from each other, so um, yeah. But I think Bears will get this one.
okay.
The Bears just need to get off to faster starts. They got to stop doing this fourth quarter heroics crap. But I think the last couple of weeks they've been playing more consistently throughout the whole entire game. So that's their thing. The Bears just got to be more consistent. They got to score earlier and not wait to the fourth quarter. Um, Next game, we were just talking about Chargers at Cowboys. Chargers, very good team, knock off the Kansas City Chiefs. Their defense is good. Um, they won a couple big
Yeah,
games in a row. They're on a winning streak. Cowboys are on a 2 game losing streak. Our defense, even though it looked like we were improving, our defense absolutely has sucked the last 2 weeks,
yeah.
especially
Back
against
to what,
Detroit. Uh,
man. Back to what they looked like at the beginning. I don't
yep.
know what happened there. From what I understand, Eberflus is going up to the booth, so that's a sign he may not be there next year. He's not going to be on the sideline. He'll be up in the booth. So
Yep.
I know Jerry Jones hit at a couple of things as far as not changing player personnel. So I think he's hitting at something. So we'll see after the season. I think they're just playing for next year, but I don't see the Cowboys giving up. I mean, they still have like a 3% chance, and depending on what Philly does. But yeah, this defense is tough. I mean, they had trouble with Minnesota's blitzing, and this Chargers defense is even better. So it's gonna be tough. So yeah, just because Dallas has an outside into a shot going, I'm gonna pick them to squeeze this one out.
For the Cowboys.
Yeah,
They're playing at home. We usually, for the most part, we play better at home. Like last week, we didn't. I think against Minnesota, we didn't. And we played good most of the games. We gave it away at the end. I mean,
yeah,
offense played good, but the defense just couldn't stop anything in the second half. In the first half, we stopped Minnesota a couple of times, but in the second half, we
yeah.
couldn't stop anything.
No,
That was the problem. And J.J. McCarthy had one of his best games here, despite Justin Jefferson only having 2 or 3 catches again. I don't know what's going on with
yeah,
that. They need to figure out
yeah,
that connection.
yeah, 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 yeah,
I know
yeah.
J.J. McCarthy's trying. He had a great game overall, but I don't know why he can't figure out how to get Justin Jefferson the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He's too good of a receiver. Um, so they got to answer that. But speaking of the Cowboys, yeah, it's gonna be a tough game. Uh, Chargers have a good quarterback too, but he does have like a cast on his arm,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Hey, yeah, he's hurt. Yeah, he's playing hurt, but man, he willed him to that last game last week. So yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Now he's tough.
Yeah,
I'll pick the Cowboys to squeak it out, but it's gonna be hard. If they lose, three in a row, we know they're done. There's only 3%
Yeah,
chance now. But they lose
yeah,
Sunday, they're done for sure. Like they're 0% at that
yeah.
point.
Right, right.
Um, if they would have won one of these last two games, their chances would be so much higher. But they had to win one of those two, and
Yeah.
they completely
I
screwed it
get
up.
the Detroit game, but they had no business losing this Vikings game. None.
Yeah, Detroit was good. We know how good.
Yeah,
We know Detroit's been good the last couple years, and their offense is very good. We know that.
yeah,
But yeah, they should have not lost to Minnesota. I agree. That was a shocker.
yeah.
Um, Vikings at Giants.
Hmm. Huh. Boy, that Vikings defense really put it on Dallas. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Vikings.
I'm
I
going
really like their
Vikings.
defense. I like their defense.
I like their defense. JJ McCarthy's playing better. It looks
Yeah.
like he is 4-4 in 8 starts, so he's not doing bad as a starter.
No.
Um, like I said, if he figures out that Justin Jefferson connection, they'll be just fine. But he is hitting his other receivers, which is good. He's hitting his tight end. He's hitting Addison. He's hitting another guy. Number one had a really good game. I can't remember what his name is. The
Mhm.
third receiver had a really good game against the Cowboys. 2
Yeah.
touchdowns. Number one. Um, yeah, so I got Vikings all the way. Um, Bengals at Dolphins. Dolphins are starting to play better. They did lose
Yes, they
last
are.
week. They ended their winning streak, but I think the Bengals, even with Joe Burrow, is still losing. He won the
Hmm.
first game back, but he's lost like 2 weeks in a row now after coming back. So
Wow. 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 Yeah. Yeah. There was talk about him getting traded to other places that need a good quarterback. Just getting him out of Cincinnati, since
I
that
don't blame
organization's
him for
so
that.
so bad, man. It's tough there.
It's tough because he has really good receivers though, but their defense
Yeah,
is horrible,
yeah,
like the
yeah,
Cowboys.
yeah. That's the thing, boy. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins to keep it rolling.
I'm going with the Dolphins too. I think you never know. It's any given Sunday, but I think the Dolphins will roll. They lost last week, but I think they get back on their winning streak because they won like 4 or 5 in a row and then they lost. But I think they're right back on the winning side of things on Sunday.
Yeah.
Um, Bucks at Panthers. I don't know what's going on with the Bucks. They start the season
Oh,
so freaking well, and they're just playing like crap lately.
wow.
So I don't know what. I did not expect them to lose to Atlanta last week.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think the Bucks are still tops in their division, so they
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 are. They're
can't.
lucky they're in the NFC South. That's been a
Yeah.
garbage division the last couple of years. A
Yeah.
500
So
team to win that division.
they can't afford to lose this game. The Panthers are fighting to keep their playoff hopes alive, so both of these teams have a lot to play for. I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Panthers are weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
They beat good. They beat a good team in the Rams a couple weeks, and they lose a game to New Orleans Saints. Uh,
Yes. Weird.
I couldn't believe that. I mean, yes, New Orleans Saints is an NFL team, and they're not going to go winless. But Panthers must play their competition or something.
Yeah.
Um, I'm going to pick the Panthers. Yes, the Bucks are desperate, but so are the Panthers, and I think they're going to play better since the Bucks are a better team than New Orleans. So I'm going to go with the Panthers. They seem to be
Okay.
very up and down. They seem to be very up and down. One week they win, and one week they lose. I think they'll win this week. Jets at Saints, two really bad teams. Someone's got to win this game, though.
Oh, yeah. Both playing for next year. I think the better of the two teams are the Jets. So I'm gonna go with the Jets.
Yeah, I think their new coach, Glenn, the old defensive
Yep.
coordinator for Detroit, will
Aaron
get
Glenn.
another win. I'll go. I won't go. Yeah, I think Jets will get another win. Yep, Jets. Bills at Browns.
Oh, this is a dangerous game. It's always tough going into Cleveland. You got Miles Garrett. What's he need? One sack or half sack to tie the
Yeah,
record?
they break the record, right, or to tie it.
Yeah.
It's 22 sacks for the season, right? Something like that. That's the
Yeah.
record, or
Yeah.
tie
So
the record.
so I think he'll get it. If not this game, maybe the next. Um, it's tough to go into Cleveland to win, but I'm still going to go with Buffalo. Buffalo.
Yeah,
Cleveland still has that defense.
Cleveland's got the defense. We know that they've been losing a lot of close. I mean, they had a couple blowout losses, but they've been losing a lot of close games. They just can't. They just don't
Yeah.
have the offense right now. Their defense always keeps them in it with Miles Garrett and company. We'll see what Shadir Sanders does next year with maybe some better talent around him on
Yeah.
offense. I don't really know who they got on the offensive side of the ball besides him, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think Bills will win. I think Bills should win this game, but Myles Garrett will keep it close.
Yep.
Defense will keep it close for at least for a while. But Bills do have a really good offense, but the Bills do have a
Yes.
bad defense.
Yes. Terrible
That's the
defense.
Bills' Achilles heel. Their defense is like,
Yeah.
yeah. But we know what Josh Allen, their offense, can do. Um, Chiefs at Titans. Chiefs are out of playoffs. Can you believe it? We forgot to talk. We should have talked about that at the beginning of the show.
Wow.
They're out of the playoffs first
Yeah.
time in 10 years.
Nothing to play for. This is my upset special. I'm gonna go with Tennessee.
Hey, man, if they win, I would love it. Um,
Yeah.
I know it's against Kansas City Chiefs fans. I got a lot of Kansas City Chiefs friends. I mean, Kansas City Chiefs fans. Friends or whatever. Yeah, I'm getting off
Yeah.
script, but they're my friends are Kansas City Chiefs fans. I'm getting
Yeah.
off that. Um, my tongue's tied, but
Yeah.
we all know Chiefs are the better team.
Yes.
There's no brainer there. But I like the rookie quarterback, number one pick in the draft. He has a huge upside. Yeah, I still think Chiefs will win though. I'd love to see the
Okay.
upset, but I'll go against
Yeah.
you on two different calls. I think the Chiefs will bounce back somehow, some way. They know they're out of the playoffs, but they're still playing for pride. You know,
Yes.
they're not going to just completely tank. I don't think they'll completely tank. Even though they have nothing to play for, they don't want to lose remainder of their games.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it. I think it's
be
gonna be a good
interesting.
one
Should
since
be
they
interesting.
have
But
nothing to
the
play
Titans
for.
win, I
So
won't be upset.
yeah.
Um, Jags at Broncos. This should be good because Jags are playing better. They
Wow.
were kind of streaky the first half of the year, but they're on a winning streak right now. They're very back and forth the first 7 or 8 games of the year, but they seem to be playing some good ball the last month or so.
Man, speaking of defenses, how about Denver's defense?
Yeah, we know how good they are.
Oof, man. Boy, to go up at Mile High and that's gonna be a tough task for Jacksonville. I'm gonna go with Denver.
I got Denver also. I think Denver's currently the 1 seed, or is it? I think New England lost last week. I think Denver's the number 1 seed. New England's number 2 right now.
Yeah,
Um, I agree with you. I think Bo Nix is playing better throughout all 4 quarters of the game, not just the fourth quarter. Like it seemed like last 2 or 3 weeks, their offense was being pretty consistent with their defense.
yeah,
So Broncos have improved offensively lately instead of all their fourth quarter heroics, like kind of like Chicago Bears, first
yeah,
half of the season. Um, yeah, I think Broncos win. Too much for the Jags, but Jags are playing good this year. I know they're going to be in the playoffs, but
yeah.
they're definitely a playoff team. But yeah, I think the Broncos will win this game. Um, Falcons at Cardinals.
Hmm. Wow. My girlfriend's daughter and her husband, my girlfriend's son-in-law, he's from the Atlanta area. So and they're going out to this game in Phoenix. They're driving out there.
Oh wow,
So they'll see it. Falcons have been playing good as of late, so I think they're going to win this one.
I got we too. I think Falcons win. They're playing better. Kirk Cousins is playing good.
Yeah,
Since old boy got hurt, Kirk Cousins is a veteran quarterback. Yeah, I think Falcons win. And Cardinals is on this really bad losing streak. I don't know how many they've lost in a row, but they're bad.
yeah.
After starting off 2-0, they just tanked. They've only won like one game since. Um, Raiders at Texans, man. That Texans defense is no joke. Also, boy, them
Wow.
in Denver, man, they're for real in the AFC on defense,
Sheesh. And the Raiders might get shut out again this week.
and they're
Sheesh.
horrible this year.
Yeah. Ooh, Houston by 14 and a half. And they're going to cover all that. I'm going Houston all the way.
Yeah, I'm going Houston all the way. I don't. Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't see the Raiders win that game. They're just horrible this year. Kind of feel bad for Max Crosby. I'm sure he's pretty frustrated, but
Yeah.
they're just bad. Yeah, Texans are on a crazy winning streak.
Yep.
Off 0-3. Yeah, they're gonna win again. I don't know when the last time is that they've lost, but it's been several weeks. They're on this
Yes.
crazy winning streak, and it will continue. Um, Here's a big game for playoff implications: Steelers at Lions. Both teams need this win.
They both do. Wow. Man, can never tell with the Steelers.
Yeah, Steelers are
I'm
pretty
going to
hard to
go with
predict.
Detroit.
We know this. We know this.
Yeah. I'll go with Detroit at home.
I'm with you. I went against you twice, but I'm with you. I think Lions be too much at home. Steelers did win last week after they won a couple weeks in a row after losing a couple games in a row. They're playing better, but
Yeah.
Lions at home are tough, and we know how good their offense is. They are really banged up on defense. That is hurting them, but I still like the Lions.
Yeah.
Um, Sunday night football. This is a
Ooh.
big game too. Pats are in no matter what. This is more about
Yes.
seeding for them. But Pats at Ravens. Ravens need a win to keep their chances alive.
I think they flexed this game from earlier in the day to the Sunday night, if I'm not mistaken. It may have been this one or the Monday
That
night. I'm
makes
not
sense.
sure.
That's a good Sunday night game.
Yeah, it's a good choice. Wow, it's a tough pick. It's a tough pick.
Yeah, Ravens need it more than the Pats do, but Pats are more playing for positioning, but Ravens need to win out.
Yeah, yeah, and because of that reason, because they need it, they're going to go out and they're at home too. Yeah, I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna pick Baltimore.
Yeah, Pats lost last week. I can't remember who they lost to Buffalo last week, and I thought they would beat Buffalo. They are very good, but I do think they will lose 2 games in a row. I agree with you. I think the Ravens will win because they
Yeah,
are very desperate. Um, so yeah, I think I got Ravens just because of them being so desperate. But they could lay an egg. You never know, but we'll see.
yes,
Um, Monday Night Football. This is a big one too.
ooh,
49ers at Colts. Colts are trying to keep their. They barely. I think they barely have a chance, but they're still in the playoff
yeah,
hunt. I know that.
yeah. I think Indianapolis is back to reality now. 49ers are healthy. Excuse me. Yeah, they're back. Oh, they're tough. I'm gonna go with San Francisco.
I'm going with 49ers also. Colts are on this losing streak. Start off 7-1, and I don't know what they are now. They're like 9 wins now, or 10 wins,
Yes.
9 or 10,
Uh, 8-6.
eight and
Yeah.
six.
Yes.
So they've only won 1 game and lost 5 in the last 6 weeks. After
Right.
being 7-1. Yeah,
Right.
that's going in the wrong direction. I know the
Yeah.
quarterback
When
got hurt, which didn't
yeah,
help.
Daniel Jones is out now. Achilles, if I'm not mistaken.
Achilles. They brought in the
Yeah.
old man last week, and he played well against
Yes.
Seattle. They had chances to win that game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy, played well. The old 45-year-old grandpa, Philip
Yeah.
Rivers. I couldn't believe they called him. He hasn't had a snap in 5 years. I can't believe
Yeah.
they called him. He did pretty
I
good for
was
not
like, wow.
snapping the ball in 5 years against Seattle's defense, which is pretty good.
But
Uh,
all the choices they had, Cam Newton was out there. I mean, I don't know
yeah,
if he would have played or not. Somebody mentioned Kaepernick, but we won't go there.
yeah. Oh my God, he was the talk
But
for a couple of years, but he's been out of the talk lately.
yeah, but okay. Philip Rivers, he showed that he can still play. So all right,
He did show they could still play. That was very interesting.
yeah,
Um, Yeah, but 49ers, yeah, they're getting more healthy. Yeah, I think they got this.
yeah,
Colts are sliding the wrong way.
yes.
So, and 49ers still seem to win somehow, despite all their injuries. All right, what do you got in closing, brother?
Hey man, see we get looks like the next year we'll get will be after Christmas. So hey, enjoy the games this week. Enjoy the playoffs. To you all, Merry Christmas. We'll see if we can get a show before New Year's. Um, but yeah. Questions, comments, send us a message. Let us know.
Likewise, brother. I will echo Monty's comments about Merry Christmas, everyone. We might have a show next week. I don't know, depending on our
Yeah.
schedules. Maybe before New Year's, but we don't see you for the New Year. Happy New Year, also.
Yes. Happy New Year. If we don't. Yes,
We'll try
absolutely.
to do a show next week before New Year's, but if we don't, Happy New Year, like I said. Yeah, spend time with your families, loved ones. Just enjoy being around family this time of year. And yeah, a lot of exciting football, man. Let us know your comments about Sherrone Moore, what you think about that. Like, I
Yes.
thought it was legitimate because it wasn't about the cheating; it was about the inappropriate relationship, like company policy kind of
Right.
thing. So,
Exactly.
you let us know anything about Diego Pavia, kind of mouthing off, very immature act. Let us know what you think about that. Just let us know what you think in general. Who do you think's gonna win the championship for college football? Who's the front runner? Let us know your thoughts on that. we know Indiana's number one, but do you think they'll win it? I know they have a good chance, but who do you think will win this thing? And a quick update before we close. I think Alabama finally scored, but it was 17-0. But I think they just got in the end zone and it's 17-7.
Good, good, good.
Yep, they're
Okay, got a
kicking the
game.
extra
We got a
point.
game.
Yep. It looked like Oklahoma was going to run away with it. There's like 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. It was 17-0, but now it's 17-7. So Alabama is right back in it.
All
So,
right.
but all right, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. See you all next
All right.
show.
See y'all.